The fact that we went from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict to how our cum tastes.
I'm gonna have like a happy cult.
What if I happen to end up in an orgy? I'm not saying I would start sucking dicks, but you don't know what you're capable of. Well, Shia LaBeouf is great, man.
Also, he was the first Kanye West.
He hated Jews?
No.
So at what point do you start to become the hypocrite and go to that extreme if you unfollow everyone who has a differing opinion?
Is nobody having sex anymore? Yeah, but that's so, like, don't you have a brain?
Every good cult, you have to fuck the leader.
If you can master this, you can master jerking off. Where me and you differ, though. I don't want to sit back. Like, I do.
You want to do the right thing?
Yeah.
I've given up. I've given up. It's over. I have no. I had such big dreams and hopes, and I'm just like, it's all fucked anyway. It's all fucked. It means nothing. So I'm gonna keep doing this fucking podcast. Hope this is gonna be successful.
That is the funniest thing.
Fuck it. We're done. It's been a high tension week because, as I'm sure you've read, because the state of California is banning Skittles.
Are they?
They are. Because apparently that there's like cancerous properties or something in Skittles.
In Skittles?
Yeah, can you believe that?
That's good. I've never liked Skittles. I think they're disgusting.
Fuck you, man.
Wait, you like
I fucking
Skittles?
love Skittles. Who doesn't love Skittles?
Well, that cancer. It's like it. Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
why don't they get rid of
carcinogen.
cigarettes then?
Because cigarettes are cool.
I mean, that is true. Cigarettes are cool.
Cigarettes are cool.
I love smoking cigarettes. They're my favorite.
You were just smoking a cigarette.
I know, I was. I'm such a disgusting pig.
I walked up. I said two things. I said, that disgusting pig looks sick right now.
He looks so fucking cool, man. I'm gonna look.
Standing there like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, wow. He said, what's up to me?
I'm gonna look so cool in my casket. It's gonna look really nice.
Yeah, like 3 years from now, you and the Skittles, the cigarettes, it's just.
I mean, that's it. Between the Skittles and the cigarettes, I'll be dead by next week, probably.
It's yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
But they're not actually doing that.
No, they are.
Why?
Because it's bad. Which is crazy because it's a rainbow candy and California's so pro LGBT, trans, whatever. I would think that
Do
that
all
would
the
be
letters. Do all of them.
L, A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
I think it's LB. Oh, fuck.
LGBTQ
Plus.
plus. I can't keep
That
up.
is. It's the plus. That's the last one.
Is it? I feel like there's more shit now.
They did add more, but like that's like it's like saying like, oh, I love the Transformers movies. I like 1 through 3 through like Dark of the Moon. Once you get to like Age of Extinction and The Last Night with Mark Wahlberg, that's like plus on for the LGBTQ.
The fact that you even know that is crazy.
I love Transformers, but the first 3.
The first good were good, but I don't know anything after that because who the fuck watches that many Transformers films?
I do.
Yeah.
But I'm also very pro LGBTQ plus community.
I
so
mean,
that's why I keep up with the Transformers saga.
Well, because it reminds you of the LGBTQ plus community?
It's like, it's not a direct reference, but like it definitely pops in and out.
Okay.
But like I love the Shia LaBeouf movies. First of all,
Well, Shia LaBeouf is great, man. He makes it so believable.
I was watching it recently. He's a really unlikable character in that movie as
he's
Sam
not.
Witwicky.
You think so?
Rewatch it.
I haven't watched it.
He's so mean.
I mean, I don't know. Anything he does, I'm okay with. I mean, except for the beating his shit out of his girlfriend. I thought everything else was pretty cool.
Yeah, his art, excuse me, his art, like actually like Honey Boy.
Honey Boy was great.
The Peanut Butter Falcon. Like actually like his movies as like an actor, I love him.
Yeah.
Also, he was the first Kanye West.
He hated Jews?
No. No, Shia LaBeouf was like the first guy. Remember
the fashion.
But he put on like that. He was like the first one to go like crazy in like the public, sphere in a little way. Where like he put on that plastic bag saying like I'm not famous anymore.
Oh yeah.
And it was like taking pictures with crazy. I don't know.
He was the first Kanye. I never even thought about that.
Right? He was the first Kanye.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't even realize that.
And the reason why Kanye doesn't like Jews is probably because someone said that to him. Shia LaBeouf happens to be Jew, and he goes, "That's it," because I'm the first.
Well, he converted for a role. He converted to Catholicism for his role in Fury. Like, in real life, he converted.
Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No
That's
way.
how fucking crazy he is.
That movie was like 8 out of 10, so that's pretty high on my list.
I love that movie. And
It's
he
really
pulled
good.
out his own tooth also by himself for that role. Like,
By
cut
him-
his
yeah,
face.
yeah,
He
yeah.
did crazy shit.
I heard about that. I heard he cut his face and shit.
But, I mean, now that we're on the topic of hating Jews, I've been thinking a lot about what actually has been going on, not the Skittles thing. And this is not a political platform at all. However, I am Jewish. You're like sweating right now. and you are Jewish, and
Whoa!
don't feel
I'm trying to keep it low.
don't
these days.
even just nod or don't agree, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say something
Yeah.
about what's happening in the world
Right,
now.
right, right.
And I'm not laughing because it's funny, because it's not.
No, it's not funny. I'm laughing because I'm nervous
about what I'm gonna say.
about what you're gonna say, and then I'm on camera, so it's like I don't have a filter a lot of times.
Yeah, we'll reel it in if we need to. I'll tell you.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
If
do
anything,
it.
you know.
Hit me.
figure it. So, as a Jew, it's been a weird time in the world right now. I mean, you have Hamas heading into Israel and killing innocent people. And the thing that I would like to get across, or I'd like to say, is I never like to see any innocent people dying on either side. It's not fucking okay. Women, children.
That's a hot take.
That is, I mean,
I'm joking.
it is. Now some people would disagree. Some people don't care right now. I'm very much. I don't want to see. I would like peace. Unfortunately, that's not the case right now. But as a Jew, I am pro-Israel. I am. That's just where I stand. I'm not against Palestine. However, I am against Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist organization, and I think right now the lines have been blurred terribly, where people are supporting Hamas and supporting a terrorist group thinking that it's one. And I am not going to talk about statistics or anything like that, because I'm not the guy to be doing that. I'm just giving my opinion about a certain thing, being the culture that I am. And it's watching people cheer on when innocent people were dying is a fucking disgrace. And it's a lot of anti-Semitic shit. And I don't fuck with that. Mm-hmm. I've never cheered on any innocent Palestinians dying ever. I don't support that. But a lot of people seem to be really gung-ho about a terrorist group. Not Palestine, but Hamas, making that very clear. And it's mind-boggling right now. It's really, it's wild. Because the amount of hate on both sides, people hate, Muslims right now, and people hate Jews. There's people in my neighborhood, Jews that got beat up for being Jewish.
Right.
Excuse me. When the fuck, that never fucking happened in my life.
Right.
And right now I'm, it's fucking sickening. But it's wild. And I feel like I needed to state that and say that right here, that it's terrible what's going on. But as a Jew, I believe the state of Israel exists to protect Jews in that area.
Right.
And that's pretty much as far as I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to go crazy and start giving numbers and all that bullshit. But that's my take and that's my stance. I would love peace. It's not happening right now, but it's fucking gross when people are cheering on that innocent people died. And it's happening on both sides. And I don't think that that's fucking fair. And I think that people have lost their minds completely.
Absolutely. And the war on social media, too.
That's what I want to talk about.
Is almost as strange. It's very strange to me. Like I feel like I have my own. I'm very like pacifist in many ways. Where like I don't, like J.R.R. Tolkien, yeah. When he wrote The Hobbit, like The Hobbit in like the last scene of like the Battle of the Five Armies, like he wrote, because J.R.R. Tolkien was in World War II and he was in a bunch of like worldly conflicts, and he hated war, but he had to go to war. And so like the end of like The Hobbit is like literally just Bilbo like talking to himself, like talking about like seeing war and like actually realizing how much it deteriorates like the human spirit in like all ways. And so like I feel like obviously I'm not over there and I'm just kind of like watching from over here, but it's I see like it just makes me think of that when he was talking about that, just because like when you watch from afar so much war, it's like blurred lines, and you can say a lot of things like, wow, war is stupid, war is this, war is that, but like you actually don't know. So the war on social media for me, like when I see all these people, is like, I understand you're either gaining or trying to like, raise awareness for one side or raise awareness for another side, or just raise your own personal opinion. Mm-hmm. I find that just very futile in some ways. Like futile in the way that, yeah, you're raising awareness, but we all know now. You don't have to keep, I don't know. It's tough to say. It's a strange balance of like raising awareness and also, kind of just screaming out and, into an echo chamber.
So that's the thing, dude. It's people are trying to be, I think both sides of people who are not involved in the war directly and who are on social media are trying to do the right thing, quote unquote.
Yeah.
By spreading more information. But for the most part, I think 90% of it, no one knows what the fuck they're really talking about. They're picking up news from here, news. No one knows what's actually going on. Some people claim, whatever, I think everyone is entitled to their opinion. However, it is a little disheartening when you see people, clearly rooting for the fall of democracy, if that makes any sense. And maybe I'm being melodramatic, but if you're supporting terrorism in its own way and unknowingly, you are like, a lot of people I was seeing on the news are like, fuck America, this and that. America's not the greatest place. Israel did terrible shit. Palestine did terrible shit. No side is innocent. And I know a lot of people like, it's a complex history. It's this, it's that. Everyone's fucked. But at the same time, the one thing that I do know is that democracy, is it the greatest system? I have no idea, because there's nothing that I've seen that's better, but this is what works. And I think this is what is going to ultimately be the right move. And that's what I believe.
It's the longest running government system, with varying success in history.
Is that so? I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Oh, well, then great. To that point, I didn't know that.
And by the way, so as an economic system, so is capitalism.
I also believe in capitalism. But to go back to the social media thing, what I've been playing with is this fucking idea that a lot of people I know have been like, fuck this person, I'm not following them, I'm going to unfollow this one, unfollow this one. And I've been wondering, at what point do you unfollow everybody? And so I'm not a fan of the far left, I'm not a fan of the far right. I think they're both just, there's no one who wants to actually listen to the other side, and they're just shouting at each other and they want to hear their own opinion, right?
Yeah.
So at what point do you start to become the hypocrite and go to that extreme if you unfollow everyone who has a differing opinion? And then at some point you're shouting into an echo chamber, and it creates this vacuum where you're only seeing the opinion that you want to see and not seeing anything opposing that. Whether it's right or wrong or you don't like it. I'm not saying don't unfollow them. I'm not saying follow them. I don't know. I'm just presenting a question of, at what point does it become toxic and hypocritical when you refuse to listen to the other side, even if I think the other side is wrong?
And the thing is, too, everyone is entitled to an opinion, right? But so I'll just bring it back, because just I'm in the film business, so I'll talk take like this. Like, I can have an opinion on a film if I've seen it. A lot of people right now are having all of these different opinions from different sources, like you were talking about this and that and this. We live in the information age where you are being drowned with different information all the livelong day. One day Skittles are a carcinogen, the next day they're the fucking
one day the COVID vaccine's great, the next day it's not.
Exactly. And so what I have a problem with is actually everybody having an opinion when not having the correct information. And I don't have the correct information. I'm talking about objective truths. And nobody, including myself, has that unless you are literally on the grounds in the Middle East and watching and observing things with your own two eyes.
And at the same time, I also think that because it's also sort of religious based, I don't think it'll ever be objective. That's the thing. I don't think that it's hard to get anything objective. I think it's always going to be subjective, and it'll always, I have a subjective opinion because I'm a Jew. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know if it could ever be objective. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not sure, but who the fuck knows? It's just wild to see this. It's
in objectivity, religion is a strange thing. I'm not going to say here or there. I support people who love religion, but religion has always had, I consider religion and spirituality completely different. Humans are very spiritual creatures, and sometimes we can, we kind of tunnel that and use religion as kind of like a catalyst for that spirituality.
Yeah.
If this is truly a holy war then, and not just a land over kind of logistics over like land and resources and things like that, which is kind of what it is. If you bring it to that spiritual and like religious level, I find that like really even more disheartening because like listen, God, whether or not if you believe in it to the point where you're going out to kill other people,
Yeah.
it ain't that deep. And I can pretty much guarantee whatever God you're fucking doing that for, you're not going up to sit next to him when you die. You know?
I mean, I like to agree with you. The one thing I do say though also is like if you're exterminating a group because of what they believe in, then that, it's
Kind of insecure.
a little bit, and you at some point you go like fuck this, like then fight, so
If your belief is so big and powerful, then why do you care for a lower level of religion? In your eyes, right? It's like, oh, let them do their thing. They're not going.
yeah. If
where
you're not
we're
going to
going.
kill anybody, then what does it matter? But if you're going to kill a group for what they believe in, then it's not even a God thing. It's like at this point, it's like, I don't want to say pride because that's a weak word, but like you go fuck you, like
Yeah.
But I actually had a situation where somebody on the internet who I consider
Wait, hold 1 second.
yeah, somebody on the internet that I know who I considered a friend. I mean, a decent friend. And there are some people that you mute or unfollow because you're really not friends at all, and you're like, I just don't give a shit about this person whatsoever.
Right.
But I had one person in particular. I wrote like I stand with Israel on the day that all this shit happened, and he had messaged me.
What,
Knowing-
Instagram?
On Instagram. He saw my post that was like on a story, and he had messaged me, what about Palestine? Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Like on today, we're friends, and I have another Muslim friend, Essen, Essen,
Yeah.
who on the day everything happened, he asked, are your people okay? Is there anybody, is anyone hurt that over there? Which is what a friend would usually write,
Right.
rather than getting political immediately. Someone who you consider a friend, not an acquaintance on the internet.
Right.
So he wrote, what about Palestine? And I got a little, I was like, what the fuck? Because it was the day that the shit happened.
Right.
I waited a day and I answered him. I said, women, kidnapping women and children is not really my thing. And I said, and dude, we're not 65-year-old men on the internet who are going to have this conversation this way. If you want to sit down and have a cup of coffee, then we can do that and we can have a conversation like humans. And he wrote back, well, dude, it's complex. It's a lot of history involved in this situation, and I'm just engaging with what you wrote on the internet. And yeah, if you want to sit down and have a cup of coffee, we can. And I never responded.
Right.
Right? I just kind of left it because I was like, this isn't going to go anywhere. And then I realized that he unfollowed me on Instagram, which in today's society is like basically saying, go fuck yourself.
No, in today's society, I view Instagram as so funny. If someone unfollowed me, I'd just be like, wow, like how weak.
That's exactly what I thought. Now, here's the thing. Now, let me give you some backstory on this person. He had moved into my apartment that I had in East Williamsburg. He was subletting it, and then as the lease was coming due, the owner of the building lost the building, and it was in limbo. And him and his significant other they were looking for a place to live in New York. And they were still there. And I realized that I didn't have to give the keys back to this guy because he didn't own the building. So I said, knowing the laws in New York, I was like, yo, don't leave. Don't leave. They can't. You could have squatters' rights. Just stay there and just don't leave because he doesn't own the building. He has no right to tell you to leave.
Right.
He ended up staying there for a year, rent-free. Rent-free.
Wow.
Because essentially, and I'm not trying to make it about me, but because of me.
Right.
And so I did him a very big favor. I was a good friend to him. Now, fast forward a couple of months, he was coming out to LA. He needed a place to stay. Crashed on my couch for 2 weeks. Another nice thing that I did.
Very nice.
I directed some work for him, for one of his artists,
Yeah.
for free. Another good thing. And I'm not counting the things, but I'm just looking back and I was like, oh, maybe we weren't good friends, but I was acting as if I was.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I guess we are. I do that for the people I love. Forget politics. I do nice shit for the people I care about.
Yeah. If you needed somewhere to stay, you had an open place for him.
We didn't know each other that long, but I had tried to help him in any way I could.
Right, yeah.
And then when he was leaving that apartment a couple months ago, finally someone had bought the building, and I said, don't leave. I said, you can get money out of this.
Yeah.
So offer them a very high price. Like, tell them you won't leave unless you get 50 grand. I'm like, they're not going to want to, it sounds insane, but you can work down from that number because they're not going to want to be in court with you.
Right.
I'm like, they're going to buy you out. They're not going to take this to court. Haggling back and forth. I think he got like $30,000.
Wow.
$30,000. And I never expected any money out of that. It wasn't mine. However, if it was me, I would have been like, here's $1,000. Yo, this was your apartment originally. You got us in here. Thank you for that. I never asked for it, but would have been nice.
But in the situation, it's neither here nor there.
It's not, but I'm just making a point.
No,
maybe.
that's a good point. I would ask for more.
Yeah. So
I would have given more. If I got like 30, it was your...
I would have been like, yo, you helped me out. Like, you really did the right thing for me, and here's $1,000. Here's a fucking $100. Here's dinner, something.
It's just reciprocation.
Exactly, the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And after all that shit, this one post that I had posted, that was it. Unfollow, doesn't want to hear my opinion. And I had told him everyone's entitled to their opinion on the internet. And to me, I'm like, damn, dude, I feel very bad for you that you felt you needed to do that after someone, regardless of whether I'm Jewish or fucking, green or whatever.
Regardless of spirituality, just a good
I was
guy.
a good guy to you.
Yeah.
Even though my political beliefs don't line up with yours, I was decent to you, more than decent.
Yeah.
When you had just moved to New York. And then you just do that?
Well,
and sure, maybe the way I answered him wasn't right, and maybe I got a little snappy, but the way he responded to me was a little shitty and snide. Because if I thought we were friends, I would say, yo, is everyone cool? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Even if I don't believe in what you believe in.
Well, you're a snappy guy, though. So that fits with the
I guess so.
category.
The other thing is I'm more snappy on the internet the way anyone is. You read something and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Remember when I canceled the podcast last night and you called me up first thing? What the fuck,
I told you to burn in hell. Yeah.
And look at me.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Reciprocation. You see that?
No, it's that was a joke, right? I didn't say that. Shut the fuck up.
You said something funny though.
I said
You
something.
said you fucking piece of shit.
That's-
It was
yeah,
a joking matter, but that's good.
But it was
didn't
like,
unfollow
wow,
me.
this I'm thinking about it. But this is like, wow, that's what it's coming to. You want to unfollow people you don't know, but like, really, like, okay, fine, that's cool.
Go for gold.
Don't do you, bro? It's fine. I guess I wish you the best. God bless. But I wanted to address it here because I was gonna make a phone call. I'm like, why should I make a phone call? Do it this way.
Yeah. What I'm afraid of. No, I completely agree with you. It's
just like
whatever.
Come on, it's sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm afraid of is that because the country is definitely moving to a very, and liberalism is not a bad thing. Like the idea of freedom and being open to all things and all things like that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
In hindsight, in hindsight and in theory, but what I'm worried about is that anti-Semitism has already been rampant throughout centuries, years, generations, right? That it's going to become now, like after the Kanye thing, where you saw like a little spike. Now with this, that it's going to almost become like acceptable in liberalism
Because you're a humanitarian. You're trying to do the right thing
for
the
everyone,
other side.
right?
Yeah. But that's the problem, is that if you're a real fucking humanitarian, you should be, everyone should, you shouldn't hate anybody.
and you preserve human life, basically. And that's like when you said like all lives matter. People don't like that term. It's like all lives do matter.
They fucking do.
I don't kill. The only thing I kill are spiders.
I mean, in the Jewish religion, it's actually bad luck.
Really?
There's like a religious story of, I don't know who the fuck it was, but they were hiding in a cave and like spiders spun their web and like hid him from people trying to kill him. Yeah, it's bad luck. I still kill them. But it's bad luck.
Interesting. I had no idea. No, but that's what I'm worried about, is that, is that anti-Semitism will be like okay again, which is like, it's a fearful thing. There's like, sometimes Jews aren't the biggest guys ever, right? And so I saw this like little Jewish kid like wearing like his yarmulke the other day, like walking through, and I was like, I actually want to like follow this kid and make sure no one fucks with him.
I mean, I'm sure he was all right.
I don't know.
Where was this? In Manhattan?
It was like Lower Manhattan. I don't know. It was just during all this stuff, so I was like,
I get what you're saying.
A part of me was like, I want to like make sure he's all right.
And I'm sure that there are places where they're beating up people for being Muslim, and that's not fucking okay either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird... I just think that it seems like looking in Times Square where people are like, "Good, the Jews, the Jews are dead." It's and maybe the other side is saying, "Good, there are Muslims that are dead," which is not. It sucks on both sides. But as a Jew, I'm like, "Yo, we've seen this before. We've seen it before."
Yeah.
And all you do is got to plant the seed where you're like, "Oh, they did the wrong," and then eventually like, "Yeah, you know what? Jews are the problem. They are the problem. Oh yeah." Yeah, we should put them all in
And
this one
that's-
area and just
Right.
fucking, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, you're in a fucking concentration camp.
Exactly.
But-
but what I like, this is actually interesting because I'm writing I already wrote it. Me and a few other people, some great writers, Michael and Bobby. But I had this idea in this screenplay, and I actually based like the main characters group off of the Muslims. It's a sci-fi movie. It has nothing to do with actual like reality. But they're based on the Muslims after 9/11, where there was that sect of Muslims who, that terrorist organization that did 9/11 basically. They flew the planes into the towers and all that. And
Is that what happened?
and no, I'm trying to just word it correctly, I guess. But there was a huge discrepancy and prejudice against all Muslims in the U.S.
Yeah.
And that's not cool, obviously, because it wasn't all Islam, it wasn't it wasn't, and there was such a huge prejudice to that. So that's not fucking good. And that could happen to any kind of group and religious organization, and it sucks.
I know. I mean, if you look at history, Jews have always been like let's fucking kill those people, because it just thousands and thousands of years it's happened.
Right.
It's always been that way, and that's fine.
We're a fantastic scapegoat.
We are, and you know what? It's it's made us tougher, and it's made us, it's one of those things where like, it's fucking been happening. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I don't. The world is in a state of flux. You know who we need right now?
The Zohan.
Yes. No. If I do, I was thinking of an idea for a film of having a regular working class Jewish dude, a regular working class Muslim guy, and they're called upon to save the world, and they have to figure it out. And they're not like spies or anything. They're just regular guys who have to figure out a way to sort of save the world.
Could I play the Muslim?
Yes. Yeah. We'll get you in blackface.
I've been studying. I've been studying the Quran quite a bit. Come on, it's actually quite a read. It's quite a read.
I have yet to read it, but I will. I'll check it out.
It's not that different than the Bible.
Well, I mean, Jews and Muslims, as far as their beliefs, with no pork and shit like that, there's certain things that aren't so different.
None of the religions are that different.
No, they're just little twists to every story.
Yeah, the only religion that's out there is Scientology.
It's not a religion; it's a fucking cult. That's why. And I will say that no problem. It is not a.
You're gonna say that about my guys?
Yes, your fucking guys. There's no. You don't even say that out loud. He is not a Scientologist. There is nothing religious. It is a fucking cult.
What, is someone gonna come after me?
Knowing them, who the fuck knows?
Knowing who?
Oh no, they won't come after you. I will probably be the one they come after. Scientologists. They'll be like, this piece of shit needs to be taken out.
Oh, because he had a Scientologist. Oh,
because
you said...
I'm condemning Scientology.
Right,
I will be the first
right.
one to say fuck Scientology.
That's right. I got your back.
It is not a religion. It is a absolute disturbing. How anybody can fall for this shit. And there's someone that I was talking with. This girl was in from LA that I'm friends with, and she was saying that someone that we know has been studying Scientology. She made it to level 2 of fucking Zortan or whatever the fuck it is.
Are there levels?
Yeah, dude. I watched so many documentaries.
I haven't been to a chapter meeting in a while.
You need to go brush up your Scientology.
I do. What do they believe? I know they believe in reincarnation.
That aliens came and it's all this wild shit, and you basically spill your guts to them and give them all of your money.
I thought that. Yeah, you gotta pay them.
And you can't talk to your family at one point. They have fucking slaves working in the basement of some of those places, in LA, the Giant Building. I used to walk by it all the time.
Well, we've discussed that there have been aliens.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
But it was a science fiction writer who decided to, who's a criminal. He was wanted.
Who started Scientology?
L. Ron Hubbard or Ron L. Hubbard, or the fuck his name is.
Is that the movie The Master? You ever see that movie, Paul Thomas Anderson?
Yes, it's basically based on that. Yes,
Wow.
same thing with
oh, dude, that's such a good movie.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, that's such a good movie.
It's a great movie. But they prey on people like that. And someone that I know is I've actually met a couple people who are like, yeah, it's not that, it's not really a cult. I'm like, you are fucked. You're so fucked you don't even know it. And you have to be really lost, dude,
To be part of the...
to get sucked into that. Like, I wouldn't even think, I don't care how fucked up I am.
Yeah.
I would never go into Scientology. I maybe could be convinced to go to a different cult.
I'd rather see a therapist.
Yeah.
Right?
They steal all of your information. The story is that basically they have shit on Tom Cruise, and that's why he's never left.
Oh.
And John Travolta, like, they have secrets that they record every session and they use against you. Like,
And
it's
that's what,
known
and
for
then they
that.
keep you there.
And that's how they keep you in. And Tom Cruise is their poster boy. And I love Tommy. He makes good
Yeah.
movies, but his fucking religious beliefs are fucked up.
Do you think he's still in Scientology? Like it?
No, he is. He's a
He is?
major thing. Yeah.
I know, but is that still a real thing? I thought that was like a Well, that's why Isaac Hayes left South Park.
Be careful of
Oh, sorry.
the ginger ale. Sorry, I'm getting nervous.
Oh no, it's
It's empty. Okay.
yeah.
good. All right.
Isaac Hayes, who played Chef on South Park. He was in Scientology, and that's the main reason he left. And that's why the guys in South Park made that whole Scientology.
Oh, really?
episode,
I didn't know that.
To make fun of Chef.
Good. Fuck him.
Isn't that funny?
Anyone who believes inside Leah Remini, the woman who was on King of Queens, has called them out so many times now.
Really?
Yeah, it's if you were to, what cult would you join? If you were to, like, what would they have to be doing? Like, you'd like, I'm interested.
I would have I would have my own cult.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no,
You think you could convince people to do crazy shit?
I wouldn't have to convince them. It would just be the right thing to do.
That's sick. You have a mind of a cult leader.
Yeah.
And saying that alone is fucked up.
I will start a cult soon.
What's it gonna be called?
The Ark.
That sounds fucking scary. And what are you gonna have to do? Are they all gonna have to, like, suck your dick or what?
No, it's not gonna be.
Every good cult, you have to fuck the leader.
Really?
I mean, any cult that I've ever seen, it's usually like, oh, suck my dick and you'll get all the knowledge. And then everyone's sucking this dude's dick,
Dude,
and I'm
you're
like, yo,
watching-
that's amazing.
You're watching too many movies. My cult will be completely positive. Completely positive. And
That's how they all start.
No, but
It'll
it will
actually be positive?
I don't want, like, I'm gonna have like a happy cult.
Okay.
We're gonna have a good cult, and we're gonna do all the
bake
good
cookies
things.
and shit?
Yeah, we're gonna bake cookies. No, my whole cult is just gonna be revolving around like self-growth. So, like, you would have to every day, every morning, start with like the worst thing you could possibly do.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, like, you hit like the best thing you could possibly do. So, like, I have no idea. I have to figure it out. But it's gonna be great.
Okay.
And it's all gonna be revolved around the arts.
Okay. So,
Everyone-
a gay cult.
LGBTQ plus.
That's, I mean,
Cult.
sometimes can call
Well,
cult.
yeah, what is it?
Sometimes it depends.
Come on, man, what cult would you want to join? Oh, you know what cult I would like to join? Well, like, that's like saying, like, I would like to join like a cool, like, club on college campuses.
Sort
right?
of, yeah. Except it's at college campus cults. I don't think they're gonna have you end up killing, like, a suicide pact. You know, a lot of them end
No.
like that.
Yeah, but that's so, like, don't you have a brain?
No, those people, I mean, they do, but they're gullible. They're easily, I mean, who knows? It can happen to anyone. Anyone who says, like, oh, that would never fucking, you don't know that.
I know
You
I
don't
would
know that.
never fucking.
You don't know that. I'm telling you, man. If there was, like, imagine this great director who was, like, fucking, like, coaching you to be the greatest filmmaker ever and was saying, like, convincing you and telling you these things, and it starts off amazing. Like, this is my fucking guy.
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
learning so much.
Then what
And then it
happens?
starts to slowly get a little weird, and you're like, okay, that's all right, fine.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. And then it starts to go off the rails a little more, but you're learning so much still, and you're getting opportunities, and you feel like you're growing as a person. And then you start fucking this guy, and you're like, wait a minute, whoa, hold on. And then it's too fucking late, man. It's too fucking...
Hold on. Who fucking cares if I start fucking him?
Well, I mean, unless you want to. But if he's telling you, like, look, Noah,
But I'm getting all the things I want.
Noah, do you want to be the next Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah.
You know, sucking my dick, it'll make you a better filmmaker.
I
It'll
bet
give you
it.
more experience.
You mean it?
Yeah.
And just like that, I'm in the cult.
And before you know it, you're like, I don't really want to suck this guy's dick. This is not like the playbook of how to make a cult.
It seems
but
like he knows a lot. It seems like you know a lot.
How do you think I got here for a second time? It's just that's how it happens. I like to think I'm smart enough where I would never end up there, but I also don't want to be the guy who's like, no, not me.
I'm
'cause
not
you don't
smart
fucking
enough.
know.
I just play devil's advocate. I literally think I am the devil's advocate.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I think devil's advocate's a good thing to play.
Why is that fine?
Because you say like, I'm going to play devil's advocate. Maybe it's this. I think it's a fair, I think that's being fair.
Right. So if you said like suck this dick and I'll become Stanley Kubrick, and then I'll be like, how the fuck does that work, sir?
Maybe he knows Steven Spielberg. And he goes, I can get you.
I don't even like Steven.
Well, all right. Who do you like?
Nobody.
I'm just
That's
saying.
why I can never be in a fucking cult, because nobody can, no one can
You don't
convince me.
fucking know. You don't know.
Put me in the room.
All right, we'll put you in the room with the guy.
Put me in the game,
But
coach.
it's
I know
gotta be,
you know
it's got to be
somebody.
years of grooming. That's the thing. It doesn't just happen.
You went to the Stick Man. What's the big festival?
Burning Man. The stick man, Jesus.
Yeah.
That may as well be a cult in its own way. And let me tell you, I was sucked in. I was like,
Did you suck
burner.
a dick in Burning Man?
No, but you want to know something? If there's any place I'd ever suck a dick, it'd probably be in Burning Man. Because it's so free and loving and everyone's carefree. You'd go, no, shit, maybe. I don't know.
And then you see all of these like hot girl Instagram influencers who go there, and then a fucking
imagine
tsunami comes, and then,
Well,
they
yeah,
have no
that's-
idea how to survive.
Well, no, they were doing all right. Only like 1 or 2 people died.
Oh, that was it?
That's it. Which is fair game. But the thing is, like, imagine these hot girls were like, oh, we're all gonna fuck, and like, we're just gonna do shit to each other. Who knows if you're high?
You know what I would say?
What?
Why?
You would question
Question it.
orgy? I would never question an orgy. Are you kidding me?
I would
the
question
last
it.
thing I'd ever ask in an orgy is why.
Because
You just go, okay.
not me. Because what if it's a fucking cold? Because they can't
It
get me.
is a
I
little
don't
bit.
trip.
Oh, you don't take. You don't do mushrooms. Or
No,
anything.
like I literally like if I'm walking, ask my boy Jordan.
Yeah.
You know Jordan,
Yeah, I know
right?
Jordan.
I've never tripped. If I'm walking,
Oh, you're talking about like trip and fall.
Trip and fall.
You're not talking about tripping on
if,
mushrooms.
if I'm walking down the street and you hit me in the back of the leg, I will never fall down.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about you won't catch me
Tripping?
not questioning an orgy.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. If you're in Burning Man in the middle of the desert where it's just fucking and it's pure bliss.
I'm dripping sweat already then. I'm dripping sweat.
Yes,
and
and
I'm
at
not
night,
free.
at night you're actually kind of cold there. It's a desert. It gets very cold. I wouldn't want to be in an orgy, but I'll tell you, like in the middle of the heat in 100-degree weather. But if I happen to end up in an orgy, I'm not saying I wanted to be in an orgy, but if you're in that mindset where everyone's free and everything, it's hard to question. I'm not saying I would start sucking dicks, but you don't know what you're capable of
That's
in
the thing,
moment
though.
of certain
Is
things.
that's why I would have to question it, because I knew once I got in there, it'd be dick time, and I don't suck dicks.
Well, what if
normally.
it's pussy time and you just were like, no, I'm not going in there because there's dick time, and you're wrong.
Oh, so it's a female orgy too?
There's everybody.
I thought it was just males.
No, but like, what if a girl's like, hey, we're gonna fuck so much, but everyone's gotta fuck each other first, and you're like, oh, maybe, I don't know.
I'd be like, why? Why can't we're both right here?
Well, that's the point of an orgy. Everyone, I mean, you don't have to fuck other dudes. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, you just don't know in certain situations when your mind is altered or you're not in the greatest place mentally and you could be taken advantage of. You just never know where you'll end up or what you'll be gullible to. I like to think I'm a pretty fucking sharp dude. Not the smartest, but sharp. In the sense of street smarts, and like I don't, I know when someone's trying to manipulate me. However,
I'm opposite. I have no idea.
I know you're living in Connecticut.
Dude, it's
So
not my
that's
fault.
all I'm getting at. It's just you don't know. You don't fucking know. And I think that makes you a little bit smarter when you say you never fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Rather than be like, not me. Because then usually that's the fucking guy who's sucking 12 dicks at Burning Man.
That's me though.
That's what I'm saying. You
I
would end up in the cult quicker than I would. I'd be sitting there going, oh, Noah, that was your 10th dick. Maybe this is a cult.
Why are you watching?
Because I'd want to make sure that you don't die or anything.
But dude, if I'm in the cult, there's nothing you can do to save me. Nothing.
Yeah, at that point, you're too far gone.
I've got 7
Well, then I'm
dicks.
out then.
What do you mean you're out? We're in the middle of the desert.
Well, I'm going to go to a different tent where there isn't a cult happening, but I'm just saying,
Either way, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is pretty tough.
it is. It is. I will say, it does make me laugh when I see LGBTQ plus people who are like super pro Hamas, Palestine, whatever, and I'm just like, damn. you'd be the first people that a terrorist group would take out because being gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, that's illegal. They would kill you.
That's actually the most profound thing you said.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
It's the fucking truth. I find that laughable. I'm like, you don't get it.
The irony, right?
Yeah, like you are not. You're trying to be accepted here by us saying the right pronoun, which fine, I have no problem with that.
Sure.
But you think they're not gonna pronoun? They're gonna load up their AK-47 and shoot you in the fucking dick, and that'll be it. And then, maybe you won't be pro-terrorist. Just saying.
Shoot you in the dick.
Or the pussy.
Yeah.
Or
both.
Yeah, if you have both, maybe. In the fake tits with the dick, I don't know.
All of them. Those are pretty cool though. Those ones.
Fake tits dick?
Yeah, no, it's cool to see.
You like watching trans porn?
No, I don't. But it's interesting to see when you're out and about. Like I'm working on a film right now, and one of the actors
Porno?
No, but one of the actors is a trans woman. Her name's Lucy, and
So that means she was a man before.
yes,
Okay.
she's sweetest girl in the whole world. But yeah, no, she has a penis.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's just cool.
okay.
I love how like
I think be who you want to be. That's what makes America fucking awesome.
It's
like, yo, great. You want to be a woman? Go ahead, be a woman. I have no problem with that.
I just can't stand with people saying that they support terrorists. I can't.
That
That's
bothers
the
me.
only thing.
That's the thing.
Because it comes out like there's life and there's death. Okay, if whatever is happening is hitting death, it's gotten too deep. It's gotten too serious. Let's pull back.
I agree. And then the argument will be on the other side, will be that one man's one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. And it's saying that Israel is actually terrorist. And it's like, well, they're actually democratic. But that will be the argument. And that's what people will say when they see this. So
this is the issue.
I'm just saying it now because I already know what's going to be said.
No, I get it. Everyone, I get it. The real problem though is because like there's always been these like terrorist groups though within like the kind of Middle Eastern culture. And what happens is like something that goes like this. Say I'm like Israel and you're
Palestinian.
and you're Al Qaeda, right?
Yeah.
Say I'm an Israeli soldier and I kill you, and you have a son who's very young now. He will grow up with great disdain and hatred for Israel or whoever
killed his father.
And so it's that cycle that like every 20, 30, 50 years comes.
It'll be hard. And the same thing for the other side.
Yeah, and it comes this new hatred and people say they don't learn. People say history repeats itself. I have a theory is because history repeats itself, but me and you, who have lived in the past, have read about it, have knowledge about it, but have never experienced it. And I think that the reason history repeats itself is because each generation has to learn for themselves, and that's why history repeats itself. If we were all immortal, and me and you have been, alive since the dawn of time, like in Dragon Eats Eagle, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't make the same mistakes.
You don't know that. Humans are dumb.
Yeah,
I like to think so, but humans are fucking stupid. But the problem is right now is that the kids growing up, I think there's going to be a great hate.
There's a lot more suffering on the way.
It's the kids seeing it now. The 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds growing up with this. They're the racist and bigoted. There will be a lot of bigoted adults in 30 years because of all this. There will be. It's just
on both sides.
We went back. We're backtracking. Our generation, I think, was the least bigoted, and it's going to happen again, where everyone hates each other. It's going to be a lot of racism. It's fucking terrible.
Because it is true. Like our age group is truly on. A lot of us are truly unbigoted.
The generation a little younger than myself. I don't know. Are you Gen Z? Or no, I'm a millennial.
I don't know. I'm on the cusp of Gen Z and millennial.
You act
I'm
more like a millennial anyway. But the Gen Z is like they really want to do the right thing. But I do think because they've grown up with the internet, whereas I experienced life without it.
I got an iPhone in like 10th grade. So
okay.
I
had dial-up. You had dial-up internet or no?
I don't know if I had dial-up.
I had
a flip phone for a while though.
I had Nextels. I grew up without an internet in my pocket. So I'm very aware that this fucking thing is not my whole world.
Oh my God, that just reminds me. I need to get more information.
Oh, okay, good.
I have an opinion. I have a new opinion now.
And if somebody hates me on here, then I don't give a fuck. Like, all right, great. Oh, wow, look at that. I'm walking down the street and no one gives a shit that I exist, which is great. Whereas everyone thinks that, oh, if someone hates me on here, my whole life is over.
Dude,
It's no.
if
It's not
someone
the case.
hates me on social media,
You want to kill yourself?
yes.
All right, well, get ready because this is going to come out and people are going to fucking hate you.
No,
for this.
guys, come on.
But
Dude, if I'm embarrassed on social media, like, that's it for me.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I know. It's funny.
I don't give a fuck.
It's funny. Tell my girlfriend, I was like, she's like, what? All these, people have like all these naked pictures. I'll be like, I would literally post my cock right now if I could.
I don't know if I would do that.
I'm ready.
Then you go for it. I wouldn't.
be-
If somebody else did it and like someone was trying to blackmail me,
No, but like I would be like, oh my God, I deleted, like, sorry, that was a mistake. I meant to send that to like my girlfriend. But I totally meant to send that to all my boys and everyone else that I know.
so what are you getting at?
I'm ready.
So you want to do that.
I'm gonna do it right after this.
Why don't you just show it on here?
Well, because we gotta put this on YouTube.
I've been flagged before,
All right.
but
I
I mean, look, personally, I mean, I wouldn't want
Whoa.
my dick. What?
like that.
And my dad, yeah, he gave that to me.
That's
a while
nice.
ago. Thank you.
Let me get that next.
You want it?
Next, after you're done with it.
Okay. I'll give it to you. I wouldn't want my dick circulating on the internet. However, if it happened to get up there, the best way to
I'm
fight.
saying it's not the end of the world.
No, it's not.
It's
I mean,
not.
for some people, I mean, for a young kid, it could feel like it. It could feel like it.
I'm sure. Yeah.
There are people who've killed themselves over shit like that.
No, listen, absolutely.
The way to
there's-
go about it is like, oh, like you have to joke about it before anybody else does, and then you're ahead of the curve. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
boom,
yeah.
Okay.
You have to own it.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to own it,
You have to. You
'cause
go,
it-
oh,
what-
Jesus Christ, my dick looks really small here. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that'd be great.
Something along those lines of, and jump in on the joke before anybody else does. Otherwise, you're done. You're done.
What do you mean you're done?
I mean, you're gonna get so caught up in the negative comments that
I think nobody gives a shit.
nobody
that
actually
much.
does give a shit. Everything. That's the thing. Also, with
Yeah,
this,
no one gives a
with
shit.
this, with what's happening in the world right now, we're all gonna get desensitized to it in a couple weeks. I saw that same person that unfollowed me was saying things on the internet like, oh, while you're going to get your bag this week, like remember that the reality for some people is terrible or some bullshit.
What do you mean you're back?
Like getting your money, like going back to your regular life after you did your fucking posting for your activism.
Oh.
Which, by the way, anything I've posted, I've never considered myself an activist. I'm not a fucking activist.
No.
And anyone who considers themselves an activist because they post shit on the internet is nauseating to me.
I
I'm like,
deactivate.
Go there and do your activist work or whatever. Or, like if you're posting, I'll donate to this fundraiser. You're not an activist, and if you refer to yourself as one, you're a jerk off. I think.
What
A
if
lot
you're
of-
donating?
If you're donating, you're still not an activist.
No, you're
Like,
not an activist.
I just don't believe that. I'm like, yo, come on with this activism. Everyone's a fucking activist now. Everyone's this. Everyone's that. Like, no. Like
You and I are probably the only non-activists out there.
I am not an activist for anything. I believe what I believe. I stand by my ethics and my morals, and that's it.
I don't even stand by
I try
mine.
to do my best with the people I encounter on a day-to-day, but I don't fucking consider myself an activist.
And what does this guy mean though? Is that like you're not going to go back? You're not
I-
going to go back to work?
That's the thing. Like you're gonna do the same thing everyone else is doing. You're gonna get back to your regular life. Not saying
What
you should
happens if
forget
we
about
don't?
it.
If everyone didn't go back to their fucking regular life, then we would have bigger issues too.
I think that the point was that like, oh, you're doing your little posting and then that's it. You've done your due diligence. Where I think that person is gonna keep on fighting the good fight, which is,
Is he out there? Is he picking up arms?
as far as I know, I don't think so.
So his form of activism is telling people to stop activizing. That's not a word, but you know what I'm saying?
Maybe he knows that everyone's gonna stop and he's trying to be like, oh, I'm not gonna stop, but you guys will now that you've done your little due diligence or whatever.
Yeah, that's like saying, oh my God, like 3 years from now, none of you guys will even be talking about this. No fucking shit. It's like, yeah, 3 years ago I was...
I mean, no one's talking about Ukraine and Russia anymore, but it's happening. I mean,
Exactly. It's like no one's talking. But just because it's not on the social media war doesn't mean it's still not happening, you know?
I had to disconnect, dude. I'm watching people lose their fucking minds, dude. People that I know who are like, I have the same belief system, but I'm like, yo, you need to fucking disconnect a little bit.
I have a
Like,
30-minute timer on my Instagram.
I don't
so
have
I have 30.
that,
I have 30
but-
minutes, and that's it.
I mean, I'm just watching people post, and I'm like, damn. It's
good workout for their
You gotta
fingers.
like go for a walk.
Is nobody having sex anymore?
I think if they are, they're stopping to post right now.
That's the thing. Can't be very good. PSA, everyone's got to be fucking. Everyone should be.
I hope everyone's fucking.
It's really, even if, you're not even attracted to the person,
I haven't been fucking a whole lot lately.
that's why you're so stressed.
You think do I seem stressed?
Look at me, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. I mean, I don't want to be. I'm just focusing on me right now. I'm trying to get that podcast studio working and up and running.
I'm ready.
That's the thing. That's
comfortable
where
as
my
this-
head is at. I've gone full like Steve Jobs, where he's like sitting in a room with no furniture type shit. Where I'm like, I'm not fucking, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sort of zeroed in right now on the thing that needs to get done.
But when you go to sleep, are you jerking off again more? Are you jerking off more?
I'm jerking off maybe a little more than I was before. I wasn't jerking off at all recently, but I guess lately I have been jerking off a little more.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. It was after our conversation you started to get back into it?
I was thinking about you when I was jerking off this morning, exactly.
Well, you don't have to,
Yeah.
you don't have to, you don't have to think about me per se, but, just maybe my words.
Yes, that's what I was. I was like, Noah said this, and like, but yeah, no, I've gotten back into masturbating a little bit, but
Yeah.
Jesus, yo,
It's a
this
good
this
man.
podcast, my friend was saying, you need to get some women on here. He's like, this is like a jerk fest.
They would never come on.
No, there's some women I know. I think that would do
That
well.
would do
I
it?
wouldn't fucking I wouldn't ambush anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
I would even.
You
have,
ambush me.
I ambush you. That's different. You know.
You
me, though.
ambush me with you're pulling up the Californian Skittles and then pull right into
Yeah, I
Palestine,
know, I
Ukraine.
know, I had to.
I'm here to put
Palestine,
levity.
Ukraine, Palestine, Israel.
Palestine, Israel.
Yeah.
See, now my wires are crossed.
It's okay.
But they're all important. I'm just trying to give some levity back into the world. We need it.
I mean, dude, the reason I fucking do this shit is like, I mean, it's fun and it's exciting, but yo, like the other thing was like, I just wanted a little bit of laughter this week. I know it's like hard and everyone's at high tension, but I'm like, yo, there needs to be like a little bit of, and I saw some people posting some funny shit, but I think right now it just like, I want to disconnect a little. I'm sure I'm not the only one where I'm like, I just want to listen to some people, two assholes on the couch chat about nonsense.
Yeah.
And sure, we did speak about the war a little bit because I think it would be a little
But we really
ridiculous
didn't
not
say
to.
we didn't say anything that hasn't been said before.
Exactly.
You know?
We're doing this, a lot of people have said this shit, but I need some like chill, like just bullshit time. Because it seems that no matter where I go, no matter what conversation I'm having,
Yeah.
holy fuck is it exhausting.
And it's so important to not like let that engulf. Because listen, if we're all engulfed by it, then that's just negativity for everyone. Like in these dark times, you need light,
100%.
and that's where two idiots talking on a couch does come in handy.
You know who we need right now? He's dead. George, not God. He's dead too, but George Carlin.
George Carlin, who's that?
You don't know fucking. You dumb fuck. Hold on 1 second. I can't believe you don't know. Oh shit.
George Carlin?
Yeah.
Who dat?
We're gonna have to wrap this in like 10 minutes, I think.
Now let's go. We can wrap it up soon.
George Carlin, Google him. He was a comedian, one of the greatest comedians that ever lived. You know him once you see him.
Oh yeah. He's fantastic.
His thing was, he's like,
he died?
No, yeah. I have no hope for the human race. He's like, you guys have fucked. He's like, humans on an individual level are beautiful and amazing. He's like, as a whole, he goes, you're all fucked. He goes, and I want no part of society because you guys have ruined everything and you've manipulated us and it's just, you've fucked us. And he was like, and now my sole purpose in life is to sit back and watch it all burn. And he's like, we're all so self-involved.
Why does that sound like you?
It's because I agree with him. That's how I feel. I'm like, yo, fuck you. Like, we have fucked up on a scale that's so catastrophic. He has a thing about global warming where he said, he goes, this is how absorbed with ourselves we are. That little measly humans, he goes, the earth has been through 4 billion years of fucking just crazy shit. And he goes, you think a couple of plastic bottles and 10,000 years of human beings is going to ruin this place? He goes, no. He goes, we're all going to be dead and the earth is going to be fine and recover. And you guys, and we think we're so big that we're going to be the things that destroy the planet that's been around forever. And it's like, he's got takes like that. And I'm like, yo, he's right. And honestly, there are moments where I'm just like, I like to have hope because I feel like it's the right thing. But there are moments where I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to enjoy myself while I'm here and everyone has fucked up beyond belief.
See-
And I fucked up too. I'm part of the problem, and I'm just gonna watch it all get destroyed because we've ruined it.
That's where me and you differ, though. Is that like I don't want to sit back. Like I do.
You want to do the right thing?
I love doing the right thing.
How do you do that alone? You could only do it on a level that's an individual level of like giving the guy in the corner $5.
That's what I'm trying to do. What I want to do.
That's fine, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've given up. I've given up. It's over. I have no. I had such big dreams and hopes, and I'm just like, it's all fucked anyway. It's all fucked. It means nothing. So I'm gonna keep doing this fucking podcast. Hope this is gonna be successful.
That is the funniest thing.
Fuck it. We're done. No, I like to have hope, but I had a lot more light in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like acting, yes. No one gives a shit about, sure, DiCaprio comes up with the movie. No one gives a fuck about him. You know what I mean? So,
Oh my god, dude, that was so funny. That's great. That's great. But that's why I'm fucking done with it.
no, people like you are the reason that, it's good. I'll have my hope back soon. I'm just like, it's so dark right now.
My hope though doesn't like come from like in here. It's that like as long as I go through the motions to
do
do
the
the
right-
right thing.
Yes, and I always
it
try
will-
to do that.
Exactly, yeah.
I do.
And then the inside is just like fucking
Well, that's the thing. And if you do good for other people, then eventually that feels good for you. Doing the selfish shit eats you alive.
it does.
Like getting a gift for someone else
Well,
is
you need
better
a
than getting a
balance.
gift. Yeah.
You need a balance.
You
Like
do.
I get shit to my I jerk myself off,
That's true.
and like I thank myself. I spank myself.
While you're jerking off.
Depends on the day.
Spank and thank, is that what you, yeah?
Spank and thank.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you, Noah.
That's an Ice Spice song, I think, isn't it?
Spank and thank.
I think so. No, it's not. I was kidding. But if you do want that title, I will sell it to you. Ice
Title?
Spice. Like Spank and Thank. If she calls Ice Spice, it's like, yo, I need that title.
I fucking hate Ice Spice.
It's not really, I don't hate anybody really. But
Nice to make me feel bad there. Yes, I don't hate.
I hate large groups of people.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate large groups. I don't really hate anyone on an individual level.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't hate anyone on an individual level.
Yeah, I don't want to give anyone that kind of power either.
You know what? I don't hate Ice Spice. I don't even know a fucking single song by them.
You
is it a band?
No, it's one girl. She actually, my cousin went to college with her.
I don't know what to say to that. Cool.
There's nothing. I mean,
Yeah, it's like sick.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, man. It's the world is burning, and we are sitting here, and it's like, it's the best time to be alive, and it's also like the fucking worst.
Dude,
you know?
the last 2 times we've done this, that's what you've said. The world.
Is that what I've said?
You said the world is fucking burning.
That's gonna be my autobiography title.
No, but I am going to bring you from the ashes. I'm gonna lift you from the flames.
I'm not like dead inside. I still work hard. I believe it. I have my beliefs. But I look around and I'm like, God damn it, dude. Like, God damn it. And look, we're very fortunate. I am grateful. Like, we have plumbing systems and toilets and, and I'm alive and I have a wonderful family and you do too. And there are people that love me. And like the little things, like a car that you don't have to wait to warm up in the morning. Like shit like that. Beautiful stuff.
That is beautiful stuff. It's the little things. If everyone focuses on the little things.
Yeah, you have, the world in your pocket, which is also a fucking tragedy.
Yeah, but if you know how to use this thing, it's a magic.
Yeah, but no one really knows how to use it.
I do.
What, for porn?
Yeah, I mean, for anything, dude, if you can master this 101, if you can master this, you can master jerking off.
I think you could master jerking off without that.
Nope.
No? You can master jerking off
You know,
behind the
be
wheel of a car.
You know, be interesting. By the way, people jerk off to. You can jerk off to visuals. You can also jerk off to like sounds, like the that shit. It'd be interesting if you can jerk off to like a scent.
I never even thought of that.
Right? Like a nice perfume.
I don't even know what to say.
What about you could jerk off to a feeling too? Like feeling a titty.
Oh, like touch.
I'm talking about the 5 senses.
Yeah, I got it.
You know all 5? You're familiar?
Yeah, taste, touch, sight, hearing, and what's the last
Oh,
one?
you can't scent and.
And scent. I didn't say scent, did
I forget. I wasn't listening because I was thinking about taste. I don't think no one ever jerks off to a taste too. Like
Unless you're drinking your own cum.
Yeah, no, but that's like, you ever see that? Yeah, you ever see that meme? They're like, drink pineapple juice, like it makes your cum taste better. And then this like guy with like a gallon of cum, and he goes, still tastes like shit.
Have you ever tasted your own cum?
It's hit me in the face many times.
I mean, I wouldn't say many for me, but it's definitely hit me in the face, and I was like, that is salty.
No, it's not bad.
My shit smells like chlorine.
Chlorine. Yeah,
Wow,
chlorine.
and you don't even smoke cigarettes.
Is that, what do you mean?
I mean, smoking cigarettes makes your spunk taste like shit, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. And like fast food, bad food, like it's like the same thing. Like
What the fuck is it supposed to smell and taste like?
it's if you put healthy shit in your body, it'll taste a little better.
My cum tastes good.
I can't wait to turn that into a clip. Just that. Oh
Dude,
man.
I'm telling you.
Well, yeah. So I mean, if you're eating shit food and like treating your body terribly and not working out, then your cum is going to taste ultimately not well. The fact that we went from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict to how our cum tastes.
Can I leave you with an original quote?
Last time you left me with a joke and it was so bad I wanted to kill myself.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It was so bad that
Sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes.
you. Okay, so let's hear it. Leave me with the quote and we'll cut it there.
This is an original.
Okay.
You are what you eat.
Yeah.
I eat what I want. Therefore, I am what I want.
That's a little narcissistic, isn't it?
No, it's about self-confidence.
Oh.
Dick.
All right.
See ya.
Well, we have it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one.
We didn't say anything.
We didn't, but people will hate it. That's good for us. Don't worry. Thank you, Noah. You're always a fucking mensch.
You're a mensch.
I appreciate you guys.
Can't say that out loud, though.
Yeah, you can.
Eh.
Peace out,
Bye.
motherfuckers.